I can hear you guys already. You guys are saying, Visual Nova, why are we on the first episode? Why did you do this? Well, it's because the first one was a piece of shit, so I thought I would redo it. I was boring, I didn't talk, I didn't say anything, so I thought I'd redo it, and along with the other 2 videos that I'm doing. But anyway, we're gonna do the very first episode over again. We're gonna redo it, and I'm actually gonna say something this time. And my neighbors are deciding to be fucktards, so you might hear some stuff that I can't edit out of the audio, because there's only so much I can do before it starts sounding like a cat's asshole. But here we go with a re-recording of the first episode of Katawa Shoujo. Alright. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. Man, I cannot get a consistent line on the audio feed. Ugh. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. He's saying they come out here to fuck. That's what he's trying to say. It's a good spot for that. Because, you know, it's nice. The ladies like the nature. And it's away from people. People don't usually like seeing you do things to each other in public. So, the deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see how you do the do. But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. And I'll try to fucking not mess up this time. I always mess up in my episodes. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them furiously together to prevent them. I already fucked up. God damn it. To prevent them from numbing in this cold. His balls are so shrunk right now. They are so tiny. Just how long am I supposed to... Son of a bitch, guys. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Ah, yes. The note slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. He wants the girls to do all the work, which I think they should do a little bit more work. They expect us to figure everything out, which is pretty fucking stupid. But whatever. As I ponder the meaning of the note, what the fuck do you think it? I need to tell you something. Come meet me in the very secluded sex spot at 4 p.m. I wonder what she wants to do in this sex spot where it's completely hidden from view. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. I just hope I can make it to the exact same time, because I didn't talk a lot, so it might go over a bit. The snowflakes silently falling from the white-painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. I gotta find a balance between... What the fuck was that? The fucking Yeti! Run! And that's Jesus Christ, I stuttered like a motherfucker. That's the next thing you would hear. You'd hear and then his house dead. He didn't even make it to Yamaku Academy. Moment of silence. Moment over. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Hey, Hisao? You came? Oh, yes, baby. Oh, baby, I came so good. A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. Turns around, it's the Yeti, I'm telling you. He expected it to be somebody else. It copies voices. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I'm telling you, this guy's a creeper. From the very beginning, you can see that. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams. Did I say voice? And my heart begins to race. Dun 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 dun. Oh, it's a cute girl with a little skirt and socks and hair, like most girls. Yeah. You wanna go? I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Nah, I just just happened to be walking this way to the secluded sex spot that everyone knows about. Damn it, I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. I needed more emotion in that damn it, didn't I? Pathetic. You worthless asshole. That's all you could say.
Yes, I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it.
Now let's fuck. No, not yet. Not yet, anyway. A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. Oh, shit! And we run into problems. My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girl for itself. Fucking facehugger's gonna eat her face off before he even got to say anything. Such is life as Hisao Nakai. So, here we are. Out in the cold. And then, like, 80s porn music starts playing. Bow, bow, bow now. Down, down, bow. Oh. I don't know if that sounded 80s or not, but you get the picture. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Cacophonous. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself as if supported by some new confidence. Oh shit. Things are getting heated up in here. What the fuck? God damn it. I was trying to think of that one song. I forgot. Is it Britney Spears? It's like, it's getting hot in here. Let's take off all our clothes. Even though it's freezing and there's snow everywhere. Her eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirls her long, dark hair around her finger. What if it's just her? Okay, never mind. I was gonna make a comment on where the hair she's twirling is coming from. But I'm not gonna go there. This is a mature show, everybody. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. Bum-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. My throat is tight. Oh, shit, Sal. How tight? I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried.
You see, I wanted to know if you'd eat me out.
I mean, if you'd go out with me. Those are two, those are very easily mixed up. Don't fault me for that. Just trust me. I stand there, motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. You know when that music comes on, someone's gonna die, or someone's gonna die. Those are the only two choices.
Hisao?
I reach up to try to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms.
Hisao?
Da-dun, da-dun. My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror.
Hisao!
The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. Oh, shit, son. I know exactly what you're talking about. Weak at the knees. That's the best kind. That's how you know it was good. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwanaka running towards me, all these fade to black. The last things I remember before slipping, god damn it, away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above. Oh, this is Katawa Shoujo, everybody. Oh, yeah. Okay. I got 30 minutes for this. I thought I was going for 20. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit it exactly to the point where I did the original one, because I didn't talk at all. It was so weird and quiet. At least I got a better microphone now. And here's the intro. That is a drippy thing. Writing by Anonymous22. Very good job, Mr. Anonymous. Editing by a Lost Tarot and Silent Cook. Or Crook. Cook or Silent Cook? A mute cook. I wonder how that would work. Order up. Is it everybody on that little tray? That brown thing? That is a dildo. Yeah. They give you free dildos while you're in the hospital. No, that's not a dildo. I don't know what that is, but that's what it looks like to me. A very small, very slender dildo. This is a clock? Yes. Let's do, sorry. Had to take a drink. What if I did one of those, Let's Plays where they're like, well, now, he is in the hospital and, he had a heart attack and, yeah. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. Yes, everybody, he had a heart attack. In that whole time, I can probably count the times that I've fapped in this room without unsupervised. Oh God. So those are some got some company while those fap sessions are happening. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your fapping. So I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. A strange word, a foreign, alien one. Aliens! One that you don't want to be in the same room with. Yeah, Arrhythmia's kind of an asshole. I was making like snide, backhanded comments. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Sex is out the window then. I'm sorry, man. That is tough shit. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. I'm gonna give him a happy tone, even though he's depressed as fuck. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. Oh, in my mind, I imagined a hernia. Instead of a hemorrhage. It was a gross image. Everybody go to Google, search hernia, and click images. You're welcome. Turn off safe search. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. They should just sell hardcore drugs on the side, like crack cocaine and methamphetamine. Of course, there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. Oh, it's gonna get, we're taking a ride down a depressed lane. Here we go. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers and balloons and cards. I like balloons! But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Imagine that? Oh, fuck, I almost died. Oh, okay, the teacher. This is the teacher, by the way. Okay, so his style almost died. For some extra credit, send him some shit. Yeah? Cool. That should help you guys fucking pass this class, bunch of dumbasses. That would be so terrible. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned. They weren't. But I doubt it. You should. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. What if it's his fault entirely? Like, every time someone would come over, he would have his hand on his junk. You know what he's doing with that hand. And you just see the sheet going up and down, and they're like, so, how's it going, dude? And he's like, good. Don't look at me. Don't look at me right now, okay? Don't make eye contact. Look away. Look out the window. Oh. Oh, Grod. Iwanako was the last stop visiting. Ooh. That's bad. Bad news. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. They never touched at all. He died before that. The hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. Fuck. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. At my old hospital, they used to, help you jerk. This is... What kind of hospital is this? I guess it's because they are in a hurry, and they have a million other patients waiting for them. The things I say sometimes, they just flow so perfectly. But it makes me feel uncomfortable. Oh, yeah, they use the same hand for every patient. Ew. Ew. Full-blown AIDS. After that, for the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. Just stick around. We don't know if the surgery worked or not, if the treatments are working or not, so yeah, we'd rather you die here if you're gonna die. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of omen. The Omen. I've never seen that movie. I've wanted to. I always heard it was scary. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there is at least some hope. God damn, I don't think I could last that long. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why. I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. There was a small library, just a bunch of porno mags. At the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for porn, I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I even became a bit addicted. Whoa, bro. Sexaholics Anonymous. Get on that shit. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. But I loved the stories. That is what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass I was trapped inside of, instead of moving within. Gooey mass. I just imagine, like, you know, mass at a church. There's goo everywhere. Gooey mass. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Whoa, that nasaliness. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't even know what day of the week it was. Ooh, after a week of binging on cocaine, you kind of lose track of time, I tell you what. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot. And the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. Bitch, man up. No, I'm just kidding. Don't. I'm gonna get comments going, misogyny. Brrr. So, woman up. Pussy up. That probably isn't a good way to put it. But that only happened, that son of a bitch. But that happened only rarely. And I couldn't even cry. Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. Then he turns around, shuts the door, and locks it. Placing the latch on the door frame, he locks it with a padlock and turns to me. Uh-oh, what's happening? He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. They have like funeral attire, and the doctor comes in and he's like, "Well, you're gonna die right now. So I thought we could have a little mini funeral here with all the people that love you." Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. With your parents. It's not a party, he says. There's this ritual that the head cardiologist has. He takes his time, sorting his papers, and then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine, and he stares into my eyes with beads of sweat running down his forehead. The only thing in the room that you hear is... He looks at me in the eyes for a moment. Hello, Sao. How are you today? I don't answer him, but I smile back. Son of a bitch. But I smile a little back at him. Don't you know that you have to, say something to fuck, hold up. Shit. Okay. I believe that you can go home now. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medication sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. Just give him some, like, hardcore drugs so he can just be happy for the last years of his life. Constantly. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. Alright, we're gonna call him Pinocchio now, since he turned wooden. So many! Oh, you're gonna have fun, son. I take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? Drugs for days! Like that. Erectile dysfunction! Oh god, did you guys see that? Right at the top. Right at the top. And I see it again right there in the middle. Small. The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. But what sticks out in my mind is erectile dysfunction. This is insane. So, he's like 18 years old with erectile dysfunction. That's just sad. Side effects, adverse effects, contraindications. Contraindications? I have never seen that word before. And dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I tried to read them, but I forgot that I can't read, so it's futile. I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. He had like a brain aneurysm and he can't read anymore. All this for the rest of my life? Every day? Don't worry, it's not gonna be that long of a life. I'm afraid that is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? You bitch. That doesn't make me feel better. What is wrong with you? Why say anything? Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school. What? Oh? I tried to do that home improvement, grunt. I failed. Please calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Yeah. I'll listen to you all day, Mr. Doctor. I'm ready for my prostate exam. Calm down. The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? God, I gotta like hiccup or burp or something. I don't know what it is. Whatever my concern shows, it's ignored. I keep speaking in a nasally voice. We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it is wise for you to be without supervision. You obviously can't wank by yourself, so we will give you an assistant. Hisao's like, oh yeah! And then this greasy, balding, overweight man comes in and he's like, hey, I'm your assistant. Oh god. Yes! Just what I wanted! Ew. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable, because we don't know what the fuck we're doing. We just hope you don't die today. So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with stupid, retarded students. I mean, disabled. Disabled? What? Am I retarded? It has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on the campus. You know those dorms get crazy. Those frat parties, though. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. I'm not stupid. Don't try to disguise that fact. I'm not retarded. I think. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. You tell him. You tell that motherfucker. Motherfucker. I keep blocking my nose somehow. Of course, that's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and had a look a couple weeks back. I think you'd like it. Lying through his teeth. It looks like I really don't have a choice. Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. Longish lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamned opportunity. That line, I can't say it with vigor for some reason. It just sounds silly to me. Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one, a special school? That's an insult, motherfucker. Do you want to go? You want to go? You want to go? You steppin'? You steppin'? This is what I want to say. It's a step down. It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active, in their own sort of way. Shit, it's already 25 minutes in, and I'm not even close to that scene. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but you just need a little help, in one way or another. Like, you need help with your jacking. Somebody else might need help with their, retardedness. Your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. I'm gonna start speaking really fast to these sentences. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me, but what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny, I had always thought that my life was kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on holy shit, I got faster for a second, didn't I? Enough of that. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now. Something about how I can go back to school anyway, but no. I don't say anything. The fact is that I know now it's futile. Resistance is futile, human. I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospitals, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. And then overweight, jacking assistant comes over, and he's like, oh yes, this could make me happy. There really isn't a choice, I know this, but the thought of going to disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. But a clean slate isn't a bad thing. That's all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something, even if it's a special school, it's something. And my hardcore drugs. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that, well, it's not over yet. Don't get ahead of yourself. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. Come on, go. Hurry. Go. I don't want it to go too long. I don't want it to reach 40 minutes. Act 2? Act 1? Act 1, motherfuckers! Life expectancy. That is him. He looks kind of weird. I understand. Kind of lanky. Here's gonna talk about a bullshit gate for a while. Hold on to your asses, everybody. We're gonna talk about a gate. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Fuck, man. I'm not gonna make it. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I don't think gates are supposed to be welcoming. I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long. Yeah, nobody thinks about a fucking gate. So I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. Yamaku Academy, everybody. Yay! Anyway, so I walk towards the main gate of Yamaku Academy with a brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school should have, more like a park with a clean walkway going past trees and a smell of fresh cut grass and all other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. I'm trying to read as much as possible, guys. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies, too big and too many for just school. I wonder if I could make it sound like those radio announcements where it's like blah, 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 blah. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about tools. How was that? Could I be a radio announcer? Leave a comment below if you blah, 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 blah. It's Uncanny Valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. Their disability is that they're all invisible. It makes me wish that there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. I was having a seizure and spazzing on the ground, foaming at the mouth. That's why everything was flashing. It makes me think about hospitals again, how they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calming color. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? Greenery! Smoke weed every day! Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. Turn around and walk. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Or moonwalk backwards. Moonwalk the fuck out of there. Feeling nervous, and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. Fuck! 30 minutes. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. Go, 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 I ain't got time for this. You must be Nakai. So you are. Excellent. I am your homeroom science teacher. My name is Mutuo. Welcome. I said his name wrong. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy. And he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. There's always time for a brief check-in. Should I go? Just a tip. Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me. I don't really feel like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really anxious. Nervous. Thinking of this, I almost missed what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Yeah, of course. This is what I chose originally. Yeah, sure. I mean, isn't that normal? Of course, but not everyone likes to be the center of attention. That's what I was just saying to myself. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. Fuck. It's not working. Right, but it's no problem. Let's go then. Come on, let's do it. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. Erectile dysfunction is what he's thinking about. The third floor corridor is marked as a classroom for class 3-3. Jesus Christ. Muto opens the door and enters. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. Good morning. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot.
Get a grip. This is a big step. I know that. But there isn't any point to worrying so much about it. At least not this soon.
This is our classroom, blah blah blah. That girl has no hand. That girl on the back is severely scarred. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gaze of my new classmates. Fucking hell. It's pretty spacious. Let's talk about ceilings and the classroom for a little bit, okay? We all love, talking about that shit. The ceiling is unusually high, and there's lots of space left over for, around and in between the seats. Desks. An entire wall taken up by blackboards and high old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face other students. They all look normal, like students in an air school, but then why would they be here? They're probably like me and have something wrong with them, only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I noticed that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Oh, don't stare. Despite the natural tendency to listen to when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is staring at me, a girl with really long, straight hair, and that is pretty eye-catching, as she seems to be, fuck. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as it will make her invisible. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. We're almost there, everybody. Another girl seems to make some weird hand motions. Sign language, she peers at me over the heads of glass, then blah, 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 blah. She peers at me over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. It's Tsuzune and Misha, we know them. She's kind of cute. So it shows a teary girl with the pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hands, and so does everyone else, except one girl in the first row who has only one hand. Ugh, I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. What if he physically cringes? Like, you know, a pucker face when you eat something really sour, but your entire body. A collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. Yeah, open your mouth so they can introduce themselves to you, if you know what I mean. So, I'm Hisao Nakai. And after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along with everyone, even though I'm a new student. And after that, I'm being so boring. This is exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. Fuck, man, I end up saying nothing, and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied with what little I said, though. A few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. It could have gone worse. I listen to the teacher as he drones on about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. This must be amazing to listen to, and it's going to be amazing to edit. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round, with her one hand against her other wrist that ends in a bandaged stump. You know what she does on her own time with that stump. You know what she does. I don't have to explain it. She does things. Dirty things. It makes me feel a little bad. Did I just... I went farther than I had to. Alright, that's the end of this re-recording. Thank you for joining me. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.